no stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let.
Hola, welcome back, flowers, to my channel Dalia Tonice. Today I'm going to give y'all another short hair tutorial where I'm transforming these 2-week-old crisscross braids to these cute, girly, straight back, half up, half down look. So I'm about 2 days away from vacation and I realized my hair needs to be done. However, I am pressed for time, so I thought it would be more convenient to just salvage the back half and retouch the front half, as that will be the, what people see most anyway. So I'm going to be taking down my crisscross braids, and y'all already know I'm cutting these braids very close to the end. If you know, you know. I honestly would have saved the hair and reused it had I not dipped it before, so I had to throw it in the trash. So not only do I have to take each braid down, I also have to take down each of these rubber bands. So honestly, the takedown process took longer than actually restyling the hair. Once the braids and rubber bands all have been taken down, I'm just going to run my blow dryer through my hair on low. I know somebody gonna say, your hair is dirty. Why don't you wash your hair first? Which I could have. But first of all, these are little crusties from the beeswax product that I used in the previous hairstyle. So yeah, I could have washed my hair, but I only need this style to hold up for a few days, and this style is gonna look good either way. As you guys can see, I just parted the hair into two and did 2 little braids to the back and secured it with a rubber band. Y'all gonna see me make the most craziest faces. I'm sitting here trying to figure out if I like the hairstyle or not, so I had to close one eye, just to make sure I wasn't tripping with my vision. Had to use my good eye. So now I'm just gonna repeat the same process for the other parts. Most normal people would probably take down all of their hair first and then start braiding down. But for me, pre-parted hair is always quicker, so I just kept the parts and split them into two. If I didn't mention it before, which I know I have in other videos, but make sure you apply jam, edge wax, gel, something to your part to clean them up to make it look really neat. Oh, and another thing, flowers, make sure you are not gripping your edges too hard when starting your braids. Your braids do not need to be tight to be cute. Hold on to those edges, flowers. So all I'm doing right now is just throwing the braids in. So I'm going to finish this easy part and come back to you guys. Y'all, I done took a whole chunk of my hair out. The rubber bands are fine until it's time to come out. So just to warn you guys, beware of the rubber bands. Be gentle. So as you can see, I finished up all the straight backs in the front. Y'all finna laugh at me because I'm running late to my nail appointment. So I'm gonna have to resume later. So I'm finna put this small bun on the top of my head like Cindy Lou Who and go ahead and get out of here. All right, y'all, so I'm back, and as you can see, I got the grabbers done. Okay, they're looking real cute. Now, I wanted to finish my entire head before getting my nails done, but I had to do what I had to do. So now we're moving on to the fun part, which is actually making it look cute and girly at the top. And yes, you will need some type of curly crochet hair. Pick whatever style you would like. I'm so crazy. But yeah, we're going to get to adding the braids back to the top of my head. So for the type of hair that I'm using a Waterwave crochet hair, and that piece is very thick. So I'm going to do what I've done in previous videos is I'm going to split it in half, and I'm going to take the cheapest mousse that I have. I swear you guys, I got this from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just smooth the hair back in place. So when I pulled it apart, it was very frizzy, and this is just going to maintain the shape of the actual curl. And y'all, don't be scared to use a lot of mousse. This is why I suggest using a cheaper one and not your more expensive ones, because you're going to use a lot of it. So now I'm just going back through and just blow drying out the top of my hair again, just to make it easier to manage when it comes to adding the box braids back into it. And now we're on to prepping the braiding hair. So just like I do in my other videos, I'm just going to make a regular knots, I guess, to add the braids in. You can try to do knotless if you would like to, but this is not that type of video. I'm also going to make sure I add in my curly hair to make it a braid. Just loop it around one another to lock it in and make it a braid. Y'all, this was so hard trying to do with these nails on. Like, I just can't. I would not recommend getting your nails and have your nails freshly done and then trying to throw some box braids in your hair. This was really hard. I could have thrown these in probably in under an hour had my nails not been on, but this was just so irritating. I thought I was going to have to call for help, y'all. Oh, child, I had to put my serious face on and get right. I was determined to get these braids in my hair because I had came so far to still not have my head done. Got everything else done, my nails done, the top of my head done. I just had to throw these back in it. So I knew it was going to be kind of hard. As you can see, I didn't get my nails too long. This is the length that I wanted them to be. But any longer, and I was not going to be able to finish my hair. But literally, I just threw the hair in, added it to my head as if it was a regular box braid, and braided it down. Moving the curly pieces out of the way as I go further down my braid, and you can move them out of the way even sooner if you want to. But you definitely don't want to braid the curly hair all the way up in the braid because that's going to defeat the purpose of having curly pieces in your hair if you braid it up. So make sure you are laying down your ends with some gel or some jam so that way to hide it in the braid, and move those curly pieces out of the way and just continue to braid. Once I reach the end of my braid, I do like to secure it with a knot that I tie around itself. You, however, can do whatever you like to. You can use glue, you can not tie it together. I would recommend you do something to secure it, because we are going to dip these a little bit later, but we'll get to that soon. So a trick when it comes to the curly haired pieces is I did like to wait until the braid or until the curly hair piece got back into my dominant hand so that way I can move it out of the way. I just felt like that was easier. So every time the piece got back into my right hand, I did go ahead and move it out the way. So just like any hairstyle I do when it comes to trying it, I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it, but baby, look at this. I'm loving this so far, but I'll be right back. All right. It came out better than I thought, y'all. I thought that the top of it, only having that curly piece at the top, was going to make it look not full enough, but it's doing exactly what I need. It's giving what it's supposed to give. What I'm doing right now is I just added some gel to those curly pieces. Mind you, you already put the mousse on there, but as I was going through braiding, I noticed adding a little bit of gel to it just helped to clear up some of the frizziness of it. All right, so as I mentioned before, we are going to be dipping the ends of these braids. So of course we don't want to mess up the curly hair. So I'm just going to be moving them out the way and showing you guys what I will be doing. And yeah, I'm only dipping the straight ends. You will mess up the crochet hair if you dip it. So do not dip the crochet hair, only the braiding hair. So because I only redid the front half of my hair, I did want it to look really neat and really new looking. So I did put some mousse on it and decided to wrap it up. I think I'm also gonna lay my baby hairs on my edges down just a little bit. And then we're just gonna wrap it up for the night and put a scarf on. Flowers, I was very pleased with this look. So just adding the additional crochet piece in there just made it a completely different hairstyle. Like, this is really cute, really fun, really girly, and I did not have to redo my whole hair. So what was a style that only lasted me a few weeks, I actually can get a few more weeks out of this box braid look. So just remember, ladies, make sure your spirit stays beautiful and delicate as a flower. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let humility